What's up, people? How's everyone doing? I'm Lady Calamere, and I welcome you to my channel. I am doing my 196th presentation, and it will be on the god Tlaloc. Tlaloc. Who is he? What is he? Well, first, let's give credit where credit is due. This card comes from a beautiful deck. This card comes from the Santa Muerte Oracle by Fabio Lestrani. 32 cards and a book. Absolutely beautiful. It's the Book of the Dead. And each card has, the back is the card is different. And when put together, makes a Ouija board. Tlaloc. I know it's a pretty hard to say, but that's how he's pronounced. He is the god of the Mexica people. Pre-Aztec. Pretty ancient. When the Aztec Empire took over, which they were part of the Mexica people, they incorporated this god into their pantheon. And Tlaloc is a very well honored god back then, and he is still honored to this day. Who is he? He is both a benevolent god and a very dark one with a bad temper. So, yes, while he is approachable, one knows that as he can bring life, he can also destroy life. He is the god of the life-giving rains, as well as the death and destruction-giving storms. He is the god of the nourishing rains. Without him, there would be no agriculture. Without him, there would be no life. But he's also a god of droughts, where he can not only bring life-giving rains, but also hurricanes, but he can also take away the life-giving rains and bring severe drought, therefore death. So, Tlaloc was also the god of the third sun. We're living in the age of the fifth and final sun. And I believe it's supposed to restart again, but he was the sun god of the third sun. He is the god of earthly fertility. He is the giver of life and sustenance. He is also said to hold a staff, that had the power of thunder and lightning. So he was not only the rain god, he was storm god, he was also a thunder and god of thunder, the god of hail, the god Hail, the god of lightning. He's also associated with the earth and the caves. His most sacred mountain was actually named after Mount Tlaloc. His name means he who dwells within the earth. So he deals with in the inner earth, he deals with mountaintop shrines, as well as rain. And sacrifices were done to him. And the sacrifices that were given to him were of children. But first they had to be made to cry. And some say because the reason why children were given to him is because they cried a lot and tears were associated with water and rain. So children were sacrifices to him, even babies. But it is said it had in their belief that when they died, they would go to his realm, Tlaloc, and there was considered eternal spring. They were given, these children were buried, were with their funeral were buried. I mean, with their funeral was a digging stick, so that they can help with agriculture on the other side. And in Tlaloc's realm of the dead, because he was also the god dealing with the dead, is that everyone was well cared for. There was no suffering, no pain. There was happiness and joy. There was lush fields and lots of food to eat, and there.
Here's what I found. According to
Alexa, stop! I don't know why it went off. I swear this place is haunted. I like that. So though also those who would go to his realm were those who died of venereal disease, those because of gout, who had leprosy, those who died through water or even struck by lightning. So Tlaloc was his discovery of one of his statues was in now renamed San Miguel, that they had this massive statue that they found. And of course, people started worshiping it and giving offerings, and they said if the stone or any part of it was like moist or wet, it would mean rain. And of course this was good. And as the monolith was found of Tlaloc, a giant, huge stone carving of this god. And people, of course, fell in love with him again, and they started being devoted to him. So, of course, Mexico City wanted it, and the politicians of Mexico City made deals with the politicians of San Miguel, and they said, sure, you can have it, And when it was time to move this, the people there were very angry. The people did not want it to move. They didn't think the politicians of Mexico City were going to hold their end of the deal. They didn't want to part with it. And they started to protest. They started, you know, popping the tires of the moving truck. Interesting when they were moving it is that during the dry season, a great rainstorm erupted. And people said, this is Tlaloc. So, and it was interesting because he was featured on The Unexplained, hosted by William Shatner. And it was a whole segment dedicated to this, about the people who's worshipping a Tlaloc, and what happened when they were removing this. Tlaloc is also featured in the movie Black Demon. It just came out. If you look at Amazon Prime, if you have Amazon Prime, check out the movie. It's pretty decent. I liked it. Tlaloc. There's a book on Tlaloc that I have, and I have to go get it because I have it as a Kindle book. I'll be right back. Okay. And it's an interesting read. It really is, and I enjoyed it. And as soon as I can get the cover of it, it will be really interesting to show you the cover. And it won't let me go show you the cover. Oh my God, stop. Apparently, I cannot navigate this damn thing. No, I do not want to see that. Here we are. Apparently, I cannot do this. Anyway, so here we are. Tlaloc, The History of the Aztec God of Rain and Giver of Lightning by Ernest Novato. So, he had 5 children by one of his wives, which I'll discuss in a minute. But what? His children, or some of them considered it to be him, but the 5, which are called the Tlaloc, which are plural for Tlaloc. So the Tlaloc is depicted in the Codex Borgia. Really? Come on in. The Codex Borgia, and there was a Tlaloc to the east of the Tlaloc of the south, So you got the Tlaloc of the east, the Tlaloc of the south, the Tlaloc of the west, and Tlaloc of the north. And the north was the most dangerous one. That was the one to bring vicious storms, and we're talking hurricanes. In fact, as I talk, Hurricane Lee is heading up north. So be careful with this one, guys. But yeah, so we have the Hurricane of the North, and we have Sir Mew Mew here. So speaking about hurricanes, you're not supposed to be in this room right now. So really, Mew Mew, I let you in, and this is what you're gonna do? Other people who went to his to Tlaloc, I forgot, those who had like waterborne diseases, scabies. They were not these people who were not who died, like I said, of lightning, waterborne diseases, venereal diseases, gout, scabies, struck by lightning, leprosy, were not cremated but buried. So where they would travel to the home of Tlaloc. Really? Here he comes. So Tlaloc, Tlaloc. He had two wives. Really, Mew Mew? I am trying to concentrate on my thoughts, and you are fucking with me. So, I swear. I should start writing things down. I really should. Mew Mew? Can you get out of there, please? Come on. Go away. Come on, Mew Mew. Well, anyways, without Mew Mew, people. So, Tlaloc. Oh my god. His first wife is Flower Quetzal. Is Flower Face. Sorry, she's a flower goddess. She's Xochitl. Flower Quetzal. Sorry. Uh, and she was a goddess, personified beauty, pleasure, flowers, female sexuality, and people even associate her with cosmetics. And she's very beautiful. Stop. And his second wife is a like a minor water deity. Her name is Chow Chutlikwe. Chow Chutlik. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pronounce this right. Chow Chutlikwe. Chow Chutlikwe. And she is not only his second wife, but also his sister. And she is associated with water on the groundwater. And she was a mother, also an Aztec, the Aztec moon god. I can't pronounce his name for the life of me. I think it's Tech. Please forgive me. Tech. Is it Tecatl? I should have wrote this down. And I'm from memory. I think it's Teciztcatl. I hope I spelled it right. But she is pretty much a perfect fit for this god. Really? So she deals with like the fresh water, the drinking water. And why did he marry her? Well, his first wife was stolen from him. And he was still, it's stolen by, oh, I'm trying to remember his name. Shibeto Tech. Xipetotec. Shibetotec. That's why he married his sister. And he was left. He was very sad about his wife being stolen. It left Tlaloc in great grief. It left him into a state of depression. He was very sad over this. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna get very sad over this cat. So of course he rebounded and married his second wife and got on with his life. But he did truly love his first wife, of course. Tlaloc ruled not the dry season but the wet season. So it was like mainly like during the dry season the Aztec would definitely war, and but during the wet season it was his time. How long have I been talking? 24 minutes. I feel like I'm not doing a great job. I really feel like I'm doing a wonderful job. And please forgive me. It's been crazy here. Foods to give him and what people gave him. Of course, fresh water. You can, of course, people give him, oh my god, fruits, vegetables, things from their garden. Come here. Mew mew. Mew mew. Okay. I gotta get this cat. This isn't funny anymore. Come on. No. Say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye, you pest. I wasn't supposed to have him in here, but because this room is being redone, and it's just things are just. Anyways, this is the back of the house, and it's just quiet here, and I just wanted to be in this home. Plus, it's the coldest room in the home right now. And right now, I need it to be cold for me. Because it's going through a hot flash. I'm old. But his second wife helped him out tremendously. And together, they managed the water. They managed the agricultural cycles and helped nourish the world. So Mount Tlaloc, where he resides, well, or at least underneath it, is an extinct volcano. And there was a temple, there was many temples to him, but there's a temple of, at Mount Tlaloc that was directly east of another temple, another great temple. There's many great temples there. So Tlaloc would pretty much reside by himself, not with the other gods, on his mountain. And every year, for a few days, there would be a festival. Even the Aztec emperor himself would. Oh my God! He's trying to get through the door. He's pulling things. He's just. Oh my God! So he would even show himself to be there. So, because this was a very important place, ritual. Oh my God! These cats, I just heard them just break something. This is why I wanted to be away from, because they're going cuckoo right now, and they'd probably knock over this tripod. So I'm just a little bit distracted because I don't do notes, and I don't do a script. But Tlaloc land is pretty much comparable to the biblical Garden of Eden. It was lush and beautiful. And everyone was pretty much provided for. So basically, heaven on earth, or heaven in the afterlife. So things to offer him. I'm so sorry, back. I got a little bit AD. Things to offer him. I'm sorry that I just don't want to redo this, but things to offer him. You can offer him wine, tequila. Now people offer him that. Chocolate, like I said, things from your garden, things from your vegetables. You can offer him freshly baked goods, or buy bread for him, tortillas. I mean, just think of corn. Again, he dealt with agriculture, so corn was a very important crop. Chocolate, can't go wrong with dark chocolate, milk chocolate, hot cocoa. And of course, the natives would smoke it, but now we make it into a delicious dessert. So anything chocolate, think chocolate cake, chocolate anything. So, like I said, water too as well. and people would pray to him and make sacrifices so that they would how they believe how the rain would be is that he would there were jars and he would break it, and from that jar would be water, and the water would come from the earth, and also he not only did he reside in the earth but also in the sky. And in fact, um, that the Aztecs believed that space when they looked up was actually water. So, so Tlaloc was very important. Really, you're putting your foot through the door. Are you gonna behave if I let you in? Come on. Kitties want to play. Come on, Sir Mew Mew. Come on in. Are you gonna behave? Are you gonna behave? You promise? No, he's not gonna behave. He's not gonna behave at all, folks. And here comes Joker. Oh my god. I can't even. I feel like I could be doing a better. Oh my god. But seriously, Tlaloc animals, or he deals with jaguar. His statue is said to have his head a, like a face of like a toad. Like his eyes would have like these big googly eyes. So people seem to associate toads with him, as well as snakes. Can you get out of there? But his animal is definitely a jaguar. And toads and snakes. And you see the color scheme here is like blues and greens. His flower is marigolds. Interesting, during the Day of the Dead celebration, they would throw marigolds. They throw marigolds in the streets, even today. And marigolds have also been associated with the sun because it has this bright color. It seems to draw off heat and light and have the power of the sun. That's it. So marigolds are his flowers. So if you want to give him flowers, the marigold is the number one flower. How did all y'all get in here? No, come on, use your toy. How did y'all get in here? You guys are freaking magicians. Loki. Come on, go out and play. Here, go out and play, Loki. Bye. So his flower is marigold. I almost forgot about that one. I don't know how they got in here. Little fuckers turned the doorknob. Nothing is safe. One of them fucking turned the doorknob and got the door open. Oh my god. Mew Mew. Oh god, please bear with me. Every single presentation that I do just gets messed up. Every single damn presentation. I can't even stop laughing. I can't. Oh my dear God. I am so sorry. And this is why I try to do this without them, but they get in or they demanded to get in, and I'm so I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. So Tlaloc is, like I said, he. This is a good time to do this presentation because we are heading into the mid September, and it's almost that time of Samhain. Well, it's gonna be first. We have to have the. Oh my God. God, the autumn equinox. I can't even think. I can't even think. So his colors are definitely blue and green. His other his stone is deals with jade. His other plant other than marigolds is chia. So feel free to also give him chia seeds or give him a chia plant. So Tlaloc was the number 8 of the 13 gods of the day, and he was the ninth lord of the night. Now, another animal that has also been associated with him as the lord of the night, the sign was the eagle for that. So, that's also another interesting thing. So, he's also connected with clouds. He's also deals when he's angry and his more destructive form, floods. And interesting enough, yeah, during the mountainous regions, you had snow and ice. And guess who also dealt with that? Tlaloc. And guess who deals with destroying my home? Cats. You guys have broke so many statues lately. You're out. Don't. I swear. You are out. Bye. Every fucking presentation. And when I used to do presentations in person, cats always got to show their ass. Now I hear hissing. I'll hear that, right? That's my friggin' doorknob that they're trying. Get out! Trying to turn to get in. I think I'm gonna have to take Pepto Bismol after this presentation. So, one of the interesting things is that Tlaloc's temples were painted blue and white. Ugh, I feel crap. So, I'm sorry. The steps to his temple were painted blue and white. So, white can also associate with Tlaloc, but it's usually like blue and green. And I did put away my Kindle, but let me get it out. Actually, it's a Fire tablet, not Kindle. Sorry. I should have had this out. But I wanted to show you guys a picture of him. And again, I don't like if I'm using my Fire tablet when I'm using things I'm usually on. And here's the other picture I want to show you. Come on. Oh, that might be copyright. I had that picture out for him. But that may be copyrighted. And I can't expand it either. But anyways, let me go look at Tlaloc's picture. Here we are. Oh, for the love of God. Here we are. What I said about the big eyes that he has, and the jaguar fangs, and you see the colors, the bluish green, and his headdress. He has a humanoid figure, but also they associate him with the toad because of his face, and jaguar, and snakes. I just wanted to show you that was his image. What? Now he's crying to get in. I I feel awful now. I feel absolutely awful because I won't let him in. Now, also interesting note, and I women who were delivering babies during childbirth, especially their first child. So if they died during their first child, will travel to the west to welcome the sun at the end of the son's life. Uh, so they were also considered sacred to and to Tlaloc. And interesting warriors who were sacrificed to the sun. The warriors who died in battle or were sacrificed to the sun traveled to the east and were said to help the sun in its rebirth. Where the woman who died with their first child traveled to the west to welcome the sun at the end of its life. I just thought I would also bring that up about, since we are heading towards Samhain, and I know I'm skipping over autumn equinox, but hey, I love Samhain, I love Halloween, I love Shadowfest, I love it all. The Day of the Dead too, which comes right after. Love it. So, what can I else talk about this? Because I feel like I'm not doing such a great. I'm always I guess I'm always my worst critic. My absolute worst critic, if I do say so myself. So, what else can I say about him? Uh, Tlaloc has a good side and he has a dangerous side. He was very important, very well loved, and very adored. But the European, when they saw them, they saw Tlaloc's savagery and the people who worshipped him. And Tlaloc Khan, to the European invaders, saw this place as being humid, hot, damp, disgusting, muddy, rotting vegetation, and to them it was no other but the realm of hell. And they saw how many there were so many sacrifices, especially during his major festival to them, where you know how Europeans love to you know how the Christians, not Europeans, but back the Christians back in the day loved to embellish things and lie. So, but they when they saw like the children sacrificing and being sacrificed and their hearts being ripped out and their entrails being out and even the hearts were like burned, and they felt that, as they call the natives, because we know the Spanish, they never did anything bad like burning witches, right, and torturing people and subjugating women and children, and like things like the Spanish Inquisition. Oh, they never did anything wrong, but they felt that these savages must be punished. And how did they punish the natives? Well, they hung them up, strung them up by their feet, and they had their dogs starving for a few days, and then had to set the dogs on them. Then they raped the women, and they tortured people. They burned them alive. You know, like civilized people. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. But I just thought I would bring that up. His second wife, and I forgot to tell you, Chow 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 Chu Clique. Chow Chu Chow Chu Clique. Chow Chu Clique. I'm trying my best. And it means she of the jade skirt. And again, with the jade. And that also fits him really good. So, anyways, the both Tlaloc and his second wife, Chow Chu Higwe, lived in a beautiful, beautiful mansion. But, and which they had like a very vast patio. So sometimes, like I said, sometimes Tlaloc liked to be by himself, but he really loved his second wife too. So they have in a very vast patio, divided up in basically four corners of the universe, and standing at each corner was a Tlaloc, which was the children, which would watch over the water jars, and it would be propping up the universe itself or the sky. And the Tlalocs were in charge of protecting the water jars, which were the four waters, from the dangers and the horrors that blew in from the four corners of this universe. So they were not only the children that were important, but they were also guardians protecting the four corners. And these gods could be perpetuated um, for different things, and they would smash open a jar that would bring the things that they want. So each one had like the northern one, definitely hurricanes. There was one that would cause water, would cause the leaves to wilt and die, and spider webs to come between them. Another one would cause famine, bringing frost. So different things each one would bring. And I don't know to a lot about the rest of the Tlaloc, and I'm so sorry. Um, I'm always learning, and I'm always open to learn. So, and I really tried my best with all the distractions and just working all day, and I haven't even had a shower yet, but I wanted to do this presentation to get it out because I do not know when I will have time to do my next presentation. So, anyways, I wish I could redo this video, but I'm not, and I'm very sorry, and I hope that I did this God some justice and put out some videos, because I know this is not a whole lot out there in videos about him. I do not have an image of him. This is all I have, is this beautiful picture, and it does come from this beautiful deck, the Santa Muerte Oracle, which I keep on my Santa Muerte altar. But anyways, I do hope you did enjoy this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. And I'm sorry that this is not as good quality as my other videos. And I'm sorry as always for the disruption by the cats and my brain farts. But that just proves I don't use script or notes. I don't go around skipping through the internet and finding information and reading it to you. That's not how I roll. I don't like doing that. And I'm just trying to think what else there is to be saying. And of course, the Mexica people, that's how Mexico got its name, through the Mexica. Just thought I would throw that in for some content. One of the things that also I did forget to mention is that Tlaloc is also known as the provider, and it's also Tlaloc was, according to some sources, and correct me if I'm wrong, and if it is wrong, let me know, because I only found this source from the story, and oh, I'm trying to remember the name. Encyclopedia of Spirits, that Tlaloc stole corn from Quetzalcoatl and owned corn ever since. So, anyways, I do like that book. I also recommend that book. Encyclopedia of Spirits. I'm trying to think of her name. Judica Illis. So, check that out. Anyways, if you like my video, please subscribe to help me do more of this content. I'm sorry, I am very tired. I am still in the process of fixing up this home and making sure it's painted and everything's good. But hey, hit me up on the comments. Sorry I sucked today. I hope I didn't suck that much. But anyways, thank you very much for your patience and your time. And as always, blessed be.